if you're not careful and you no-clip out of reality in the wrong areas, you'll end up in the backrooms, where it's nothing but the stink of old moist carpet, the madness of mono yellow, the endless background noise of fluorescent lights at maximum hum buzz, and approximately 600 million square miles of randomly segmented empty rooms to be trapped in. God save you if you hear something wandering around nearby, cause it sure as hell heard you. Ah, the Backrooms, one of my favorite pieces of media. Originating all the way back in 2019 on 4chan, of all places, it popularized the trend of liminal spaces. Once the post gained fame, several internet users wrote horror stories relating to the Backrooms, as well as many memes, further popularizing the creepypasta. The location of this original photo is still unknown. Some people think that it's procedurally generated. I personally think it's just made in Blender, but who cares about what I think? And this begs the question, what made the Backrooms so popular? Well, the Backrooms were scary. But what made them so scary? Well, it all falls down into one thing. Psychological horror. Let's take a look back at the original Backrooms post. The Backrooms establishes these three main characteristics. The Backrooms are endless, you're trapped in here with no escape, and there could be monsters. These three characteristics are what made the Backrooms so scary. Imagine being stuck in an infinite labyrinth with no escape, all by yourself, alone. That's what made the Backrooms so scary. There was no monsters to chase you or any jump scares to scare you. The Backrooms were different, and by different, I mean in a good way. The psychological horror that came off of the Backrooms was very unique for its time because there was no jump scares, there was no monsters, so it was new for people back then. So to answer the question that I asked in the beginning, are the Backrooms scary? Yes. Why are they scary? Because they use the fear of being alone and being trapped with no escape. A fear that wasn't commonly used in horror media before the Backrooms. And its uniqueness is what made it popular. But then in like mid 2020, the Backrooms started to die down. That was until the 7th of January 2022. A short film was uploaded to YouTube by Kane Pixels. It showed the Backrooms in a way that we've never seen before. Before this video, our understanding of the Backrooms was based on this one picture and our interpretation of the Backrooms. The short film showed various levels of the Backrooms, some of the entities, and even more. And oh boy was it popular. 42 million views. What the fuck? The video garnered over 40 million views and made the Backrooms popular again. Yeah. Everyone was reacting to this video. Everyone including your own grandmother. But was Kane Pixels' rendition of the Backrooms very good? Yeah, kind of. Yeah, kind of. Just want to make things clear. Kane Pixels' Backrooms aren't horrible, but I'm still allowed to criticize them. Incredible visuals, from what I can see. The 3D work is amazing, especially from a, I think, 14-year-old at the time. It's definitely up there with one of the best found footage videos I've ever seen. The production quality, as well as all the effort that was put into this, really makes it better than all the other garbage that was created. It just makes it, well, better than trash. But there's one main criticism that I have for this. Kane Pixels made the Backrooms mainstream. What I mean by that is that he took the Backrooms, which were a unique piece of horror media, and made it generic. Made it a generic piece of horror media. Let me explain. To give context to my point, we'll have to go over what made the Backrooms so scary. The main characteristics of what made it so scary. As we discussed before, the Backrooms are endless, and you're trapped here forever. Another one I'd like to add that I didn't add before for some reason is that you're alone. You're alone throughout all of this. You're by yourself. All of these play on the fear of being alone and being trapped with no escape. The backrooms are meant to psychologically scare you. Because let's be honest, no one wants to live in the backrooms forever, even though you're trapped there forever. It's supposed to psychologically scare you. Its loneliness and no escape made it so scary. And it's also made it unique because there's no jump scares, there's no monsters to scare you. It was different for its time. And now let's look at Kane's concept of the backrooms and how he basically ruined everything that made the backrooms scary and, unique. Among Us. Kane Pixels adds humans to the backrooms, so you're not alone anymore. You're very much not alone. Let's see what else Kane changes. Well, boys, we found it. The end of the backrooms. We finally found it. So, do you guys remember when we discussed before that you're trapped in the backrooms with no escape? Well, mate, in Kane Pixels backrooms, if you walk far enough, you'll eventually find the escape. Remember how in the original backrooms you were trapped? Well, mate, not anymore. Just take it off the list. Take it off the characteristics. And to be completely fair, the backrooms aren't endless anymore, so we might as well take that off as well. Throughout the 2 videos that I've watched, Kane changed all of the characteristics that made the original backrooms scary and unique. How could this get worse? That's how. Kane adds very spooky and very scary monsters to the backrooms. I know the original post hinted at the fact that there was monsters, but we never saw them, we never looked at them, we didn't encounter them. And that's what made them scary. The fact that we never saw them. It added obscurity to them and therefore it made them scary. It's like the fear of the dark. We aren't necessarily scared of the dark, we're scared of what's inside of the darkness, what could hurt us. The same explanation goes for the backrooms. Now that we're done watching Kane Pixels backrooms, let's go over what we found. Looking at the list that I created throughout this entire section of the video, we'll study all the characteristics that Kane Pixels added to the backrooms and how, well, basically ruined the backrooms. In the original backrooms, it was just you by yourself, alone. But now? Well, mate, you could find someone, because there's these workers walking around, so if you walk far enough, well, maybe you'll find one of them. The backrooms had one fear that was very special to the backrooms, and that was the fear of being alone. Being alone is what made the backroom so scary, and by adding these people that walk around in suits, well, you just eliminate that fear of being alone, because now you have all these people walking around. Remember how in the old backrooms you literally could not escape, like there was no exit, and that's what made it so scary, that you could not escape, that you were trapped forever? Well, not anymore, because if you walk far enough, you'll find the exit. I don't know why, but for some reason Kane added an exit to the backrooms, which literally defeats the whole purpose of the backrooms. Another reason for why the backrooms were so scary was that you were trapped forever. There was no exit. The old backrooms used the fear of being trapped as well. And it was another reason for why it was so scary, because the backrooms used the fear of being trapped. And by adding an exit to the backrooms now, you basically eliminate that fear. You eliminate another core reason for why the backrooms are so scary. If you watch more of his videos, you'll find that he removed all the fears that, I've talked about, and added some like jump scares and very spooky chase sequences to scare you. But by adding these ridiculous jump scares and chase sequences and removing all these fears that I've talked about, you take away the uniqueness that the original Backrooms had. The Backrooms are unique because they scare you in a psychological way instead of jump scaring you or scaring you with some monsters and that. But yeah, the Backrooms aren't really the same anymore. We can't really do anything about it. It is what it is. I hope this video did a good enough job explaining to you why the old Backrooms are better than the new one. But to say it shortly, the old Backrooms are scarier than the new one. I know it might come off that I sound like a little whiny brat complaining about the new Backrooms, but I actually like Kane Pixels Backrooms. They're not bad, it's just the old Backrooms are way better. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video and goodbye.
Comical